Let's admit, we all like Cinderella stories, and we have a lot of them in esports too. It's always enjoyable to root for an underdog who is fighting against much better players, but eventually manages to become victorious. Such a story also happened in CSGO, and it happened many times, but today I'll tell you a story that was somewhat strange. It happened during ESIC CIS League Spring 2021, where a lot of Eastern European teams would compete for both money and also very important qualification points. The region is rich with many talented players, so both viewers and players are used to seeing high competition and great underdog narratives. And a team named Akuma starts its run in the tournament.
And with this time starting to tick, Akuma still have enough players left to make this doable. In fact, it's looking very good for them, especially with Inter shooting his own teammate, but right through the smoke gets the kill, and just down to DemQQ, but the time is also far gone.
Their first opponent is Team Gambit, probably second best roster in the whole CIS region at that time. It should be easy for them. Akuma consists of 5 Ukrainian players with little to no backstory, and the team ranks not even close to the top, which is not really a serious challenge. But suddenly, Gambit faced fierce resistance. Akuma puts a lot of effort to win the first map, and even got it to the tiebreakers. Gambit eventually though managed to pull it off and got a 2-0 score, but it was just a first sign.
Это просто Габела, минус на Фаня, минус Шира, это допы! Wow!
Akuma proceeds to eliminate 3 other teams in a row, securing itself the 3rd spot in the group. It's a really great result, although nothing really shocking so far. But the next opponent is NaVi, one of the best teams in the world, which should easily throw Akuma into the lower bracket of the tournament. But instead, something strange happens.
He's gonna find Simple through a smoke. The orb already lost for NaVi. It's madness. What else is there to describe what I'm seeing in front of me right now?
The first map is Mirage, and despite all predictions, Akuma are dominating this map. They are just crushing NaVi as if they were the underdogs in this match. Simple gets the worst score in his whole career, and the new talents finish Mirage with 16-2 score, which is just insane. The teams proceed then to play on Dust 2, where Akuma once again managed to beat NaVi with a bit less shocking score, 16-10, but that's still just an incredible result.
He's pushing on in. He cuts down Phycho, bit in a 1 versus 3. He finds the first. Oh my goodness, find the second too. Beautiful 1Ds coming through there. The new kid on the roster, proving why he's been picked up. And Jackie cuts him down. It's 16-2 to Akuma. NaVi have been dominated. Oh my god.
Furthermore, Akuma's player Sergiz claimed that NaVi were playing really bad and were losing a lot of duels, missing shots and etc. He also boasted that his team didn't even prepare for this particular match, so it was just NaVi's mistakes and Akuma's skills that decided the game. But that's not the only upset that happened in this tournament. Akuma then faces Virtus.pro and manages to beat them 2-0, getting the 3rd place eventually, and $6,000 and some RMR points.
And it's not going to be safe when they're moving out back into post-spawn position. SENSEi! How are you so aware? DemQQ's even found one, and it's Yekindar and James. Both so low. Yekindar now down James. Now, whoa!
They also skyrocketed in the ratings, making it almost top 20 team in HLTV. It was a great Cinderella story, except that nobody believed them. Instantly, most viewers and players accused Akuma of cheating. But why? 14 out of 16 teams in this tournament asked Valve to investigate this subject.
Personally, I think that they were cheating like 400%.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially Sergiz, you know, this guy, we analyzed a lot their demos before the match.
Okay.
So we didn't want to lose it. And the way how he actually push some positions, we knew that he would push some positions. And at the end, he pushed them, but all the time it was when we were not watching him.
Okay.
And the same was against VP.
ESIC also joined to find out what was really happening during this tournament. It turned out the organizers didn't really do their job properly. They broke many tournament rules, and there were no TeamSpeak recording, third-party anti-cheat software, and matches were often rescheduled, and sometimes there was just no stream delay, which is obviously unacceptable for such a big event. Players, coaches and experts checked Akuma's replays to see if there was something fishy about their playstyle. The players would really show great game sense and knowledge, making almost perfect map rotations and reading their opponents quite well. But there was no real evidence against them, especially since Akuma eventually lost both to Gambit and Virtus.pro again further in the tournament. Still, a lot of casters, hosts and experts were discussing whether Akuma were cheating or not. People also found out that during other games the players would sometimes look at the side of the screen as if to check the radar. It isn't really that unusual, but you don't really do it amidst big fights and clutch situations. So perhaps Akuma were using any kind of radar cheats or just watched a no delay stream. Yet as there was no direct evidence, nobody could prove they did anything wrong. Valve and ESIC also didn't find any proof of cheating. But there was also another suspicious part. Akuma's ex-manager from the previous roster, Alexander Shishko, betted on them against Virtus Pro. It didn't really make any sense as Akuma's victory was extremely unlikely, and yet it happened. So ESIC accused Akuma of match fixing, but they still managed to get away with it. According to the ESIC investigation, there was substantial evidence of potential betting fraud by individuals participating and associated with the team. This would imply both the ex-CEO and owner and also the players and the coach that were playing the game. But then there is another RMR tournament. This time the event is organized by professionals. StarLadder made sure everything is set correctly and there was no chance to do something cheeky. And somehow Akuma's success just didn't repeat itself. They couldn't win even a single match and were easily defeated by NaVi, who long seek their revenge.
NaVi absolutely gonna close this round out. Not twice.
Don't leave the server yet, Simple.
Do it.
Oh, Phycho spotted shortly, I think, from the ramp. I mean, they know he had to have gone toward deep at this point, but definitely clean. Two players jump in, Simple doesn't leave, he gets the kill instead. And now you can disconnect Simple.
After this tournament, Akuma's results began to worsen quickly, and the team's rating was falling to the bottom, so they soon decided to disband. It was the moment the community was also assured that previous results were rigged, and even though, again, there was no direct evidence, many professional players, experts and viewers now perceived Akuma as 100% cheaters. So what happened to the players next? Despite bearing a lot of accusations and having a tarnished reputation, Akuma players decided to continue playing CSGO professionally. None of them was banned or disqualified from any future events, so there were no barriers on their road to success. And yet it was obvious that such roster couldn't exist any longer. Their notorious fame was too widespread and they would be always in the crosshairs, making it really hard to maintain a positive picture of a new up-and-coming team. Phycho, SENSEi and Jackie formed a new team called Run or Die. However, they were nowhere near to the Akuma's results in the past, but still managed to play at a somewhat okayish level of top 70-80 HLTV rankings, later following a lot more. Soon they rebranded again and Phycho stepped down to become the coach. The other two guys keep playing and hold the 67th position in the rankings. Sergiz's story was the ugliest of all. He was the guy who mocked NaVi for poor preparation and bad duels, but he became a really bad player afterwards. His team Dog Soldiers didn't accomplish much, while he still holds pretty dismal stats with poor solo performance. But the last player from ex-Akuma team, DemQQ, was the luckiest of all. He joined B8, a salt organization that provided everything needed for the players' talent to grow. Even though their roster dropped into the abyss in the beginning, they later managed to get it together and started growing ever since. Now the team holds the 59th position and DemQQ seems to be the most successful out of all other ex-Akuma's players. But what's even more funny, these 5 guys actually united for one quick tournament that would be European Championship 2022 under the game tag ? Reborn Akuma did impress with their performance. They easily got through the qualification matches and then entered the main tournament. This tournament will be full of fixed matches, as a guy joked on Reddit. Ex-Akuma got all the way through the finals, dropping 0 maps throughout the whole tournament. But in the finals, however, they were still defeated by a Macedonian roster with 2-1 score. Despite many accusations, their guilt was not proven, but most people still believe they were cheating. However, all 5 players keep on their esports journey up to this date, but none of them has ever achieved as much success as in Akuma's roster. It's likely they won't be able to repeat it even after years, but that's just another story we're yet to witness. Do you believe they were actually cheating, or was it just a very lucky day for the team? That's the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe for more and press the like button. Have a good day, good luck and have fun!